Welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where we come together to learn the tools to really take your life to the next level, to live that life that some would say is a dream, but you and I both know it gets to be our reality. So I always love to start with comments. I love to start with what you're saying and what you're talking about. And I got some good ones today. Regina, yes. You said, quote unquote, my life is a physical manifestation of the conversation that's going on in my head, end quote. You said that was a BOL. You're like, ouch, Lisa. Matter of fact, your words were, I gotta swallow that one. I love it. It's true. When you look at the conversation going on in your head, well, actually, look at the life you're having, and you can track it all the way back to the conversation going on in your head. I'll never get anywhere. Money's hard to make. This person's no good for me. People always call me too much. We create that. It's crazy how your life is showing up to make the conversation in your head correct. So you want to transform your life? Great. Don't try to transform your life physically first. First, transform the conversation that you're feeding yourself, and the life will have to follow. Paul, I love your words. You said hashtag BOL. If you're new with me, BOL is breakthrough out loud. Paul, you said quote unquote BOL, breakthrough out loud. Your environment does not have any form of control of how valuable and exciting and meaningful your day is. Wow! Exclamation point, end quote. Yes, Paul, I love it when you get it. Listen, you can infect an environment. Environments don't necessarily make up everything. Do they influence you? Yes, but they cannot control who you choose to be. I love the power of choice, because the power of choice can stand steady. Now, oftentimes you need the power of choice and some determination and some resiliency and some, all that stuff that says, I will not waver. If you're in an environment that really is energy depleting and draining, but you still get to choose the mindset and the experience that you want to have. Nico, I so appreciate your question. You said, in your question, you said you're always focusing on petty things, getting caught up on petty things and getting angered by them. And you asked me to make a video on how can you not chase away your happiness. First of all, I want to acknowledge you for raising your hand and saying, look, I want happiness. I need to figure out how to get there. For a moment, let me just talk to you about why we have a tendency to focus on petty things. I talked about it in a previous episode about setting 3, 5, and 10-year goals. I know that sounds like that's a long way away from getting caught up in petty things, but you'll find that when you don't have something that has you running, something so big that it's consuming the majority of your energy, you'll give your energy to things that's unworthy of your energy. It wasn't until I began to look out 5 years and 10 years and I really had big goals that I stopped sweating the small things. I remember I picked up a book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small. And I realized, hold on, relative to what I want to do in the world, this around me is all small. Here's the other thing, Nico, and everyone who's looking, that I want you to be mindful of. I want you to be mindful is there something that you're angry or upset about that's unresolved? Because a lot of times there's an existing anger, existing hurt, or existing fear or frustration that's sitting in your space, and everything is just triggering it. It's just touching up against something that's already there. So whether it's life did you wrong, or an old relationship, or a parenting thing, I want you to really take time, and if you need support, I really invite you to step on our campus live so that we can take you further than you can take yourself. But you want to really look at, is there something already there, and all these things, all these petty things are triggering something that's pre-existing. It's almost like having a knee injury. And while it might take a huge act to hurt your knee, it takes a little bit of something to trigger an existing injury. The same thing about emotion. If you live in hurt, If you live in sadness, then anything that looks like it's in that zip code, it triggers you again. And so that's where you do self-development work. That's where you go, all right, let's go, let's deep dive. Now let me tell you why a lot of people won't do this. Because it's scary. They're afraid to go into the dark place that they'll never come back out. You have to trust that you're on this channel, you're in this tribe for a reason, because you want to release, visit, introduce yourself to the best version of you. And in order to do that, you need to be willing to evict any small thinking, any resentful thinking, any hurtful thinking, any old pain, shame, blame, guilt, regret, or anger. Mouthful. Are you willing to do that? If you're willing to do that, go, hold on, let me see what are the triggers. I remember when I was 21, I really just began to step into my faith as an adult by myself. And I remember this minister, she said, listen, if you clean yourself out, then when drama comes in, it has no hooks to hold on to. I mean, if you have all these things inside of you, all this shame, blame, anger, hurt, hate, unresolved emotions, you have all this stuff inside of you. When another issue comes, it has all these opportunities to get hooked inside of you. But if you constantly purge and you're constantly detoxing emotionally and spiritually and physically and taking care of yourself, nothing can get hooked. So 2 things, Nico. 1, let's step into the skill set of cleansing and purging whatever might be there, whatever might be pre-existing there. Let's go back and let's take care of some old anger, old blame, old shame, old guilt. And then the second thing is, let's think so far ahead, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, make clear, concrete plans that are so big and so detailed and so attainable that you don't have time to get caught up with the small things. Now remember, this is not a monologue. This is not a conversation going in one direction. This, my friends, is a dialogue. Right here on this channel, I don't want you to just listen to me. What fun is that? I want us to get inside of a conversation, inside a delicious, dynamic dialogue where I hear from you. Did you need to hear about not sweating the small things? Have you been caught up in making small things big? Have you been distracted from your dreams? Or was it a great reminder that you let go of the small things a long time ago and yes, now I have confirmation, I got someone in alignment with me? Or was it a BOL? I didn't even know that I was letting the small things consume me, eating away at my happiness. Comment, let me know, how did this particular episode touch you, impact you, educate you, inspire you, inform you? What happened? And then go get your friends. Let's bring our tribe along on the journey. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting on? I don't know. Come on, subscribe. I cannot wait to serve you. I cannot wait to keep feeding you great content, both from our community and from me and from the people that I've learned from. I'm your sister in the journey. I will always be here with you. This will always be your community, and I will always remind you that I believe in you and I love you, because I do.